Hello, friends. Welcome to Financial Secrets. Today's topic is on trading psychology. How to build your psychological edge, not only technical edge. ओके, सायकोलॉजिकल एज म्हणजे सायकोलॉजिकल ॲडिशनल पॉवर तयार करायचे आपल्या पर्सनल गेनसाठी, प्रॉफिट कमवण्यासाठी. शेअर मार्केटमध्ये प्रॉफिट कमवण्यासाठी सायकोलॉजिकल एज म्हणजे सायकोलॉजीचा फायदा करून आपल्याला प्रॉफिट कमवायचा आहे. दिस इज ऑल इन दिस लेक्चर. ओके, वी स्ट्राँगली बिलीव्ह दॅट trading psychology is, with risk management, the most important things in trading. On the other hand, it is also least popular topic to talk about. Okay, 60 to 70% contribution for profit from share market is through psychology. Okay. Many people are able to spend countless hours looking for perfect strategy, but if they are not able to set up their minds the right way, they will never become profitable traders. In this article, we are going to show you a handful of tips and tricks that will help you on your way to becoming a better trader. We are going to talk about things like FOMO, fear of missing out, revenge trading, and many more. If you experience these problems in your trading and want to use your potential to maximum, you can consider contacting our trading psychologist. Okay, now psychological age, its table of content is why is trading psychology so important. We will discuss about this, why it is important. मानसिकता का अभ्यास करायचा हे, नंतर ट्रेडिंग सायकोलॉजी, बॅटल ऑफ इमोशन्स, ट्रेडिंग मेंटल गेम, ट्रेडिंग सायकोलॉजी गाइडलाइन्स, how to deal with fear of missing out, FOMO, FOMO, trading other people's money versus one's own, and lastly conclusion. Okay guys, very simple. मानसिक फायदा, आपल्या नफा कमवण्यासाठी मानसिक तत्वांचा फायदा करून घ्यायचा आपल्याला. ठीक आहे, मानसिक तत्वांचा फायदा करून घ्यायचा. ट्रेडिंग सायकोलॉजी बघा, दिस इज द चार्ट. व्हाय इज ट्रेडिंग सायकोलॉजी सो इम्पॉर्टंट? You probably heard that 90% of the traders fail. A lot of people might think it is because you don't know what to do. This is not true. They just don't do what they know they have to do. Let's start a quiz. You have two traders, trader A and trader B. Trader A has the best trading strategy out there but very poor discipline and risk management. Trader B is using very basic strategy. He has a basic understanding of trading, but he has bulletproof trading psychology and risk management. One is going to be more successful. If you have guessed trader B, you were right. With the best strategy in the world, but with poor trading psychology, you are going to be easily outperformed. Now we will come to next part. Trading psychology, battle of emotions. Much has been written about the psychology of trading and, in particular, the theory of trading psychology. In this article, we will focus on some of the issues that may arise, and some specific exercises will be shown on how you can fight these issues and how they can be eliminated. What is most important to acknowledge is that emotions associated with trading emerge from something. Emotions don't arise from the air. Emotions arise from the thoughts we put in our mind and from biological reactions triggered by these thoughts. What does it mean in practice? If we think about the fact that our traders do not come out as a success, we start to worry. So, we put a negative thought and a negative emotion of fear appears. But this is not the beginning of the problem. Negative thoughts also appear from something. In this case, negative thoughts result from poor previous experience or low self-esteem. If we had enough confidence, our thoughts wouldn't turn to previous bad experiences thinking that we failed before. In a perfect scenario, we would take it as a lesson and transform the negative emotions into productive thought that would help us improve in the future. Likewise, if we feel demotivated, and the cause may be a lack of inspiration that stems from the poorly set goals. Another problem may be a lack of discipline. But if we compare it to my favorite resemblance with house building, the discipline is like the stairs from the basement to the first floor, while emotion management is building the floor so we have where to put the stairs. For those of you who do not know that it means, imagine trading as a house building. First step is to select the land that in this case represent trading in journal. Then we choose the type of construction, which means we decide that what we want to trade. Then comes the design itself from the architect, a plan to start building, and selection of a construction company, that is in this case is the strategy we choose based on our knowledge. Then we can build the foundations, which is one of the most important yet often neglected trading psychology, or we could say how we manage ourselves, our emotions, how we follow our chosen strategy and discipline needed in order to execute our strategy. Only then, on these strong foundations based on clearly chosen strategy and mastering of the psychology, we can build another floor that represents profits. Those can increase unlimitedly with each floor. Here I have the first task for you. Write down why you began with trading in the first place and what you enjoy about it. Every time you aren't sure if your time is dedicated in the right direction, go back to this list and remind yourself why you do what you do. Write to me, okay, let it go. Why you enjoy trading. I will be happy to read it and be inspired by it. Now, dot method. What is dot method? If we look at emotions and their coping, I would like to introduce to you the method called DOT, doing outcome thinking. Doing outcome thinking DOT. That was introduced by an American psychologist. Its essence lies in considering all the available facts first, and based on the rules we set, we then simply act. Then something will happen, an outcome. In our case, a profitable or an unprofitable trade, and only after that there comes the moment where we can give space to emotions. Here I would like to mention that you need to think of trades as profitable or unprofitable, not as successful or unsuccessful. Even a losing trade can be successful if you have managed to follow your strategy and your rules. You have not been dominated by emotions and have taken the trade as a lesson. Then this loss making trade is only a statistical item, a cost to trading just like any other activity. Every time you decide which trade to take, evaluate all the facts you have available and then decide into which trade to enter. Tell yourself what a computer would do in your place, because a computer doesn't have emotions and makes decisions based only on the data set in the program. Enter the trade and follow the limits you set. Only after that, give space to your emotions, and in case of a loss, rationally evaluate why it happened, how to prevent it next time, or praise yourself in case the trade turned out profitable. Take your time to absorb the emotions. For example, set your phone for 2 minutes and let yourself be fully dominated by emotions. Consciously imagine letting off emotions when the alarm goes away. Do not think about past trades and do not enter another trade unless you have a clear head. Exercise. Test this methodology every day. Write down how you are doing and always review everything. Write yourself feedback as if you were writing it to someone else. Think about the reason why you didn't success. I will be glad if you write to me how successful you are or the reason why you are not. Okay guys, now next, trading a mental game. The following article was sent to us by one of our clients. Samira shares her story of how she became a trader. It is a very inspiring journey as you see her talk about her ups and downs. We are happy to share her wisdom with our traders. For more stories of our successful clients, you can take a look at the testimonials page. Beginners. I got into trading almost by chance. The first time I ever saw a chart, it looked like astrophysics to me. I remember staring at the screen and back at him and wondering how he would understand anything in all those hieroglyphics while I would only see numbers. I couldn't define anything I was seeing. It was like a Picasso painting. Just numbers and lines and colors and symbols that I believed. Only some chosen people could translate into something useful. It was overwhelming. For the first time, I felt really stupid for not being able to put any of the things I was seeing together. Short after my first interaction with the market, I went on holiday and met such Swiss guy claiming to be employed by Goldman Sachs as a stock manager. I didn't know much about Goldman back then apart from it being one of the biggest financial banks in the world, but then I didn't have any knowledge about trading whatsoever. So to me, the fact that an approximately 27 years old guy would already be stock manager didn't raise any suspicion in me. The guy turned up being a scammer. Thing that I would learn later on wasn't uncommon at all in the financial markets. But what is really important about this piece of information is how coincidentally or not I came in contact with financial investment talk twice over the span of 1 month, while before the whole subject seemed to me like an unreachable reality that only the top 1% could afford. These two experiences fired up my curiosity, especially since both guys were claiming that the investing is the sacred grail of money making. So, as all new things that fascinate me, I started looking into it. As probably most new traders, I landed up almost immediately on the Baby Pips website where I got all my basic knowledge from. Was months and months I would spend on charts and reading material. The whole enthusiasm brought me to even buy a relatively cheap course which helped me in the first couple of months of my trading journey. I didn't spend much time on a demo account. Enthusiasm was so big that after almost no practice, I decided to open a live account with as little as £200. Probably the lack of beginner or the lack of understanding in risk management made me somehow flip that account to £800 British pound in the time frame of couple months. As you can imagine, the risk I was taking was ridiculously big, but my trading was going so well that my mind didn't even take into consideration the idea that the winning streak could eventually end. But I did. I lost a couple of trades in a row, and being my risk huge, it had an enormous impact on my trading psychology. Taking a step back to focus on trading psychology, I decided to take a break and reassess what I was doing wrong. Obviously, the beginner's mentality, let's make millions overnight. जे बी कोणी नवीन बाजारामध्ये येतात ते असं म्हणतात की लेट्स मेक करोड्स ऑफ करोड्स एका रात्री. Didn't even clued me about the fact that maybe my mistake could be the risk I was taking. Either way, as everyone who is new in the business and unsure about what they are doing, I started wondering if it was my strategy that stopped working. Newbie mistake, I know. So I started wandering around listening to what anyone had to say, hoping someone could give me the secret formula for the perfect trading. I was lucky enough to meet a trader who would have later on shared with me his experience. Okay, this knowledge was coming down to a basic series of rules of trading psychology. Guys, just see the rules of trading psychology. 1. Risk less than your reward. Cut your losses quick. Find a strategy that works and stick to it no matter what. Focus on trading psychology more than the technical analysis. Guys, in my experience also, these are the same things, and markets are like this only. So I repeat, risk less than your reward. Cut your losses quick. म्हणजे प्रॉफिट रिस्क लेस दॅन युअर रिवॉर्ड. प्रॉफिट छोटा घ्यायचा नाही, प्रॉफिट जास्त घ्यायचा आणि रिवॉर्ड. प्रॉफिट म्हणजे रिवॉर्ड. प्रॉफिट जास्त, रिस्क कमी. लॉस जास्त झालं तर क्विकली कमी करून टाकायचं. फाइंड अ स्ट्रॅटेजी दॅट वर्क्स अँड स्टिक टू इट नो मॅटर्स व्हॉट. तुमचं ओन ॲनालिसिस करून तुमच्या डोक्यातलं स्ट्रॅटेजी वापरायचं. फोकस ऑन ट्रेडिंग सायकॉलॉजी मोर दॅन टेक्निकल ॲनालिसिस. तुमची मानसिकता स्टेबल ठेवायचं, प्रेझन्स ऑफ माइंड ठेवायचं नेहमी. टेक्निकल ॲनालिसिसपेक्षा तुमचं प्रेझन्स ऑफ माइंड खूप इम्पॉर्टंट. Now the last part was that really overwhelmed me. He taught me everything he knew in the terms of technical analysis. Tools that he said worked for him or forever and seemed to me like the answer to my prayers. But what I wasn't expecting was that after teaching me all the secrets he knew about trading, he would turn to me and said, "Now, forget analysis. You need to work on your trading psychology." Now forget analysis. You need to work on trading psychology. Your trading psychology. Okay, guys. The statement was probably so far from my expectations on what trading meant that I didn't really believe him or didn't want to. He just handed me techniques top traders make you pay for or don't even want you to know completely for free, and he was telling me to forget about them. I would find out later on what he would meant with that statement. I blew 2 accounts and I did it with perfect set of skills. Because I didn't grab a fundamental concept back then, no amount of perfect analysis is going to make you a profitable trader. On my way to success was a tough reality to accept, but there is what I found out. The analysis gives me the tools to trade. But what makes the difference between those few who make it in the long run and the rest who spend their life being bitter over their failure as traders is the trading psychology. I repeat, the analysis gives you the tools to trade, but what makes the difference between those few who make it in the long run and rest who spend their life being bitter over their failure as traders is the trading psychology. What is think is the main ingredient that separates success from failure? Accepting failure, making sure that when you are wrong, you always lose less than you make when you are right. Being able to sit and wait for the right opportunity instead of chasing the market with no clue whatsoever. Having the mental strength to make your own rules is an environment that doesn't offer boundaries, and having the discipline to stick to your rules no matter what. I hope you found yourself in my story and it gave you the chance to reflect on your own trading and, if possible, help you improve. I wish everyone happy trading. Samira Singh. Now we are coming trading psychology guidelines. We hope that a great story from Samira. Everything makes a little more sense why trading psychology is so important. Now we provide you with some great set of rules you should stick to while you trade. 1. Always know the risk reward ratio of every trade. If a trade doesn't have a decent ratio, then that trade isn't worth pursuing. Never make a trade where the loss or risk is too big to stomach. 3. Place your stop loss as technical invalidation level below the swing low or above swing high. Don't use a predetermined number of pips for your stop. Never go all in on a trade. Don't enter into position because you feel like you have to trade something. Trading is about patience, and it is okay not to take a trade for a couple of days. Only trade with a planned strategy. Always stick to your stop loss. When trade is going against you, never touch your stop loss. It is okay to take a loss. Look at losing trades as a cost of doing business. Study your losses and learn from them. Never marry your bias. When you are feeling overly bullish or bearish, take a step back and reanalyze the situation from the opposite perspective. Avoid over trading. After closing an extremely profitable or unprofitable trade, take a break and clear your head before returning. After a loss, avoid going into the next trade expecting to make that loss back. Okay guys, now we will go to the most important content. That content is how to deal with fear of missing out. FOMO. Controlling emotions in trading has always been difficult. We all know what we should do, but as human beings, we always do what we want to do or what is easier. Remember the time when you waited for the price to come to your support level to go long. Somehow price always seems to reverse a few pips before your entry point. You are nervous, scared, not thinking properly. In the heat of the moment, you go long at a price point 10 pips above your original entry level. After you have entered, you tell yourself, instead of risking 10 pips on this trade, I now risk 20. Obviously, what does price do? It comes to your desired level after all, and now you are sad that you lack the discipline to wait. You had the fear of missing out, FOMO. A trade that originally may have RRR of 2:1 was reduced to 1:2 that easily. By waiting out, you would only need at least 33% win rate to be a profitable trader, but your lack of discipline now forces you to be right 66% of the time. Risk to reward ratio. Required win rate 0.5 R 67 win rate, 1 R 50%. म्हणजे रिस्क अँड रिवॉर्ड सेम असेल, म्हणजे ₹5 लॉस आणि ₹5 प्रॉफिटसाठी ट्रेड केला असेल तर 50% विन रेट आहे. 1.5 रिस्क घेतला तर 40%, विन रेट. 2 रिस्क घेतला 33% विन रेट पर प्रॉफिट होतो. 2.5% रिस्क घेतलं तर 29% प्रॉफिट होतं. 3 टाइम्स रिस्क घेतला तर 25% प्रॉफिट होतं. रिस्क टू रिवॉर्ड रेशो. ठीक आहे. बघा तुम्ही 0.5% रिस्क म्हणजे एकदम कमी रिस्क घेतला जास्त प्रॉफिट होतो. जास्त रिस्क घेतला कमी प्रॉफिट होतो. फॉर द रेफरन्स टेक अ लुक ॲट आवर रिस्क टू रिवॉर्ड रेशो infographic. Now the odds are against you, aren't they? The point is that the problem simply comes from your own mind and trading psychology. You want to be in the trade and make money. This means that you don't want to miss any market opportunities. Unfortunately, this type of thinking paradoxically causes you your biggest demise. You have to tell yourself. Now see, there is no need to trade every setup. It is worth to wait for the best trading setups and opportunities. Never regret missing out on a trade or losing one. I must patiently wait and stick to my rules. Staying disciplined is the most important thing. The question what a trader would do and should do is a very debated subject. 5 मिनिटांनी येतो थांब. 5 मिनिटांनी. Enter early and ensure to be in the trade. Take your profit early to secure them. Drag your SL, stop loss, and miraculously price reverses thanks to your decision. Okay guys, enter early and ensure to be in the trade. Take your profits early to secure them. Drag your SL and miraculously price reverses thanks to your decision. Should you have done that? Certainly not. You should enter when you are supposed to enter and exit when you are supposed to exit. If you are not doing that, then you are just a gambler. You trade based on emotions and intuition instead of proven mathematical or historical backtesting on which your strategy is built on. At the end of the day, we are still human beings and emotions will always be in our way. A good trade is aligned with his mindset and is in control of his actions. He is aware of bad habits he has, and as a result, the part of his brain responsible for rational thinking and discipline is in full control. Okay, guys. Now see the trading psychologist. In the picture, you see trading psychologist. She says our performance psychologist is here to help you with the FOMO phenomenon and many other psychological problems that traders face. Very often our psychological issues are much deeper than we admit ourselves. Okay. Fund. This is over, I think. No? Another topic is also remained. Trading other people's money versus own. We would like to end this with the article we received from one of our clients. This article is a great summary of benefits you are going to get once you become funded FTMO trader. I have been trading my own money with little success for 7 years. I have been profitable to a small degree at FTMO funded trade program has opened my eyes to another world. There's a certain shift in mindset once you know you are handling other people's money. The stressful environment and risk management were taken very easily into my stride. While doing my own account, the worry has always been to finance a loss that eroded my progress to trade. That certainly has a detrimental effect on my trading without an emotional burden. Benefits of FTMO. FTMO model allows me to be a professional considering risk above selfish greed. The leverage account and decent account the size makes the trade worthwhile in my eyes. The mediocre amount dollars and cents now mean something to my eyes impression. Seeing the capital of such amount makes me respect the double-edged sword trading is really such a degree. Clarity is heightened with rules on non-trading on major impact news events. This instantly kills the gambler's mindset hoping to profit on such a move. It keeps things realistic and rational. Going through the challenges forces me to not simply develop a trading plan and risk management plan, but to fully and strictly adhere to them. There's the maturity in the trading development sorely needed for all traders, no matter which development stage they are at. I highly recommend any budding aspiring traders to give the challenges a test and allow what kind of trader we are to be revealed to ourselves. Never mind the outcome, our learning is most treasured here. If one gets it, I believe the lesson learned to be more valuable than becoming a funded trader eventually. Now last conclusion. In conclusion, without a doubt, having technical skills to understand charts is very important, right? But you should never overlook the psychological aspect of trading. Developing your trading plan, following important trading guidelines, keeping your trading journal are the things crucial for your trading success and mastering trading psychology. Okay guys, just enjoy. Life is beautiful. You have to enjoy a lot.